This video shows how to transfer the license for Triangle MicroWorks products from one computer to another. With our previous licensing scheme, you needed to contact the Triangle MicroWorks support team after killing your existing license in order to request a license for the new machine. With our new SafeNet-based licensing system, you no longer need to contact us when you want to transfer the license. As we'll show, to transfer the license, you first need to install the product on your new computer. Make sure the computer you're transferring from and the computer you're transferring to are using the same version of the product. Next, on the new computer, you'll need to run the RUSTMW application and create a recipient information file. This file will be needed on the old computer, so you'll need to copy it to a thumb drive or a network drive, or have some other way to make the file accessible by both machines. Next, you'll need to run the RUSTMW utility on the old computer and add information to the file that was generated on the new computer. Finally, you'll use the newly modified file on the new computer to install the new license. Let's walk through those steps. As an example, in this video, I'll be transferring the Distributed Test Manager, or DTM, license to a new computer. Here I have my new computer. Note that DTM is already installed. I can run DTM using the 21-day trial license that comes with the installation. I can then go to Help, About Distributed Test Manager to get the version number. In this case, it's version 1.1.0.3. Now I want to exit DTM and run the RUSTMW utility. To do that, I need to open Windows Explorer and browse to the bin directory of the DTM installation directory. By default, that's located in C:, Program Files x86, Triangle MicroWorks, Distributed Test Manager, bin. In this directory, I browse for rus_tmw.exe and double-click it to run it. Then click on the Transfer License tab. I'm going to save my file on the desktop and then copy it to a network drive. So I click the ... next to the file. I'm going to browse to desktop and name the file. I'll just call it License Transfer File. Then I need to click Collect and Save Information. Read the dialog and select OK. Now if I look on my desktop, we can see my license transfer file, and then I want to copy it to a network drive. In this case, I'm going to put it on my Microsoft OneDrive. Now I can exit the RUSTMW.exe application. Next, I go to my old PC where DTM is currently licensed. Just to double check, I'll start DTM. Go to Help, About Distributed Test Manager, and confirm that this version is also 1.1.0.3. Now I can exit DTM and launch RUSTMW. Once again, we'll do that by starting Windows Explorer and browsing to the bin directory of the installation directory, which by default is C:, Program Files x86, Triangle MicroWorks, Distributed Test Manager, bin. Then we'll scroll down and find the RUSTMW application. And double-click it to run it. Once again, we'll click on the Transfer License tab. This time, on the old PC, we're on step 2 to generate the license transfer file. First, we'll select the license to transfer, so I'm going to choose my DTM license. Then we need to find the recipient information file that we created on the new PC. To do that, I'll click the three dots. Remember, I put it on OneDrive, and here it is. And I need to generate a new file, which I'm going to put on my desktop. And again, I'll call it license transfer. This time it creates a .h2h, which stands for host to host file. So now we've selected the license to transfer, the information file to read, the license transfer file to store, and so we click Generate License Transfer File, read the dialog box, and select Yes. Then read this dialog and select OK. Now if I look on my desktop, I have this new H2H file. Note that at this point, the license on the current PC or the old PC has been invalidated. And the valid license information file is in this H2H file. Do not lose this file. This file contains the license, and if you lose it, you will also lose your license. So if you put it on a thumb drive, protect that thumb drive carefully. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this file, and then I'm going to move it to the network drive that I can access from both PCs. The reason I'm copying the file instead of moving it is just in case some kind of corruption happens on the network drive, I still have the original file back here on my desktop. So at this point, we've removed the license from the old PC. The next step will be to move to the new PC and install that license there. The third and final step of the license transfer is to install the new license on the new PC. So here I'm back on my new PC, and I'm going to launch the rustmw.exe application. So I launch Windows Explorer, browse to the location of the file, which by default is C:, Program Files, Triangle MicroWorks, Distributed Test Manager, Bin. Then I'll scroll to that application. And double click it to run it. This time in step 3, I'm going to click the tab that says Apply License File. I'll click the 3 dots and go to that license file we created, which I put on OneDrive, the H2H file. So I will load that and click Apply Update. And here we can see the update has been applied and it was written successfully. So now I'll launch DTM. And if I go to Help, Manage License, you can see that my license has been transferred. I now have a perpetual license on this machine. So once again, to summarize the process of transferring the license, you begin by creating the recipient file on the destination PC, that is the PC you're moving the license to. Then you go to the source PC, that is the PC where the license currently resides, and you create a file, the H2H file, which combines the license with the information in the recipient file. Then you go back to the destination PC or the new PC, you apply the license file, and then your product will be licensed on the new PC. If you have any questions on this process, please go to www.trianglemicroworks.com, log into your portal, and submit a support request.